to everyone. My name is Rabbi Howard Wolk. I'm the community chaplain with Jewish Family Service. I'm proud to work with Faith Presbyterian Hospice, and they've asked me to share a few thoughts with you. I hope this finds everyone well. As I'm recording this, we're a little bit less than 2 weeks away from an event that I'm sure everyone is very excited about. Hope everyone has already gotten their special glasses, of course, to see, witness, experience the total solar eclipse that's going to occur. I guess between now and then we have to pray that it's not cloudy. Long-range forecasts are not clear, pardon the pun, on what the weather will be that day, but it should be a very awesome event and something that we all going to experience, together. Regarding the impact on us of this solar eclipse, we were told literally at the beginning in Genesis, God said, "Let there be luminaries in the expanse of the heavens, and they shall be for signs and for appointed seasons and for days and years." And the rabbis discuss, what does the phrase "for signs" mean? And one of the rabbis explains that it actually refers to when the luminaries are eclipsed, and they can be a unfavorable omen to the world. So the question is, what does that really mean? One of the rabbis takes this point even further and quotes for us a verse from the book of Jeremiah, where it says, "And from the signs of the heaven be not dismayed," meaning we should not be dismayed or upset by what we see in the heavens. I would submit from a Jewish perspective, from a biblical perspective, the lesson of the solar eclipse is for us to be ever mindful of God's dominion over the universe, over our solar system. Once in a while, we get a powerful reminder of what God has provided for us. We all rely daily on the sun for warmth, for light, of course, for the benefit of vegetation and plants. But because we have this blessing on a daily basis, it should not be taken for granted. We should not overlook God's blessing to us and for us because it happens to appear on a daily basis. And the eclipse, for the time that the sun will not be visible, should remind us how dependent we are on the sun, and therefore how appreciative we should be of what God has given us. It's interesting that the ancient Greeks looked at an eclipse as auguring badly for human beings' fate and what will occur. From a biblical perspective, I would say we have the ability through our actions and faith to change whatever fate may await us. We're not fatalists, but rather what happens to us is in our own hands. If we do the right thing, if we're generous to one another, if we obey God's moral law, then we will be blessed. It's not a matter of life being a crapshoot or life being tied into the movements of the planets and the stars, but what happens to us in the future is really within our own hands, as we are constantly partners with the Almighty. And so God peeks out at us, so to speak, beyond the eclipse to remind us that He's there, that even though literally like clockwork, we know what time sunrise is each morning, the orderliness of nature should not detract from the greatness of God and should rather increase our appreciation for what God bestows upon us on a daily basis. Shalom and be well. Thank you for your attention.